Hi, and welcome to another video on computer science. I'm Sean, and today we'll be learning about linked lists, inserting and deleting data from linked lists. This is very important because if you want to create a stack or a queue, you're going to need to insert and delete data. For instance, in a stack, you're going to want to pop the data from the top of the list, or in a queue, you're going to want to remove data from whoever entered the list first, dequeue the list. So, or if you just want to have a linked list where you can insert data and delete data from, say, the middle of the list, you can do that as well. So what I've done is I have created from the last video on linked lists. If you haven't seen, you need to go back and watch my first linked list video. I created a list of nodes that are connected with data inside them, 0, 1, and 2. So what I can do is show you what that list looks like in Microsoft Paint. Basically, I have a list here. Sorry, that doesn't look very good. Let's draw a little better. A list with 0 linked to another data with 1 and another one linked with 2. The last node in the list points to null. Nothing, in other words. So, that's what we learned in the first video, how to create a list like this. So, how do we insert and delete from a list like this? Well, I've created this insert and delete function header up here. You put this above the main function, the function header, and you simply copy and paste this. I'll show you. Let me erase this for now. What you can do is you can copy, paste. Let's get rid of the semicolon. Add curly braces. Now we add our function definitions. Okay, for the insert function, what we actually need is a function to tell if we actually need to create a function to tell if the list is empty first. So let's create that function. You can also just create functions above without doing the definition, like we did here. But you can also do it this way, where you put the function header here and define it below the main function. But for the isEmpty function, I'm just going to define it above. So bool. So I want it to return a boolean is empty. Plus node head okay, if head well, I guess this is lowercase. If head equals null, we're going to return true. That means the list is empty. Okay. Oops, I put return. I meant to say return. Not return. Return. There we go. We don't want to return anything. Okay, so else we're going to return false. Okay, now that we have our isEmpty function, we can go inside the insert function and put if isEmpty head we want to do this. Node pointer temp equals new node temp dash data equals data temp dash next equals to null head equals temp last equals temp. Okay. Okay. Else, you want to do basically the same thing except copy. Let's paste it, and we're going to do the same thing except we're not going to do this. We're going to do this. Last dash next equals temp. Finally, last equals temp. Okay. So what we've done here is, if it's empty, we create a temporary node. We put temporary data is equal to data. We set the next node to null. We set the head to temp. And we set last to temp. So that's if it is empty. Then we just are simply putting the data as the first element. Okay. Otherwise, we are creating a node here, putting the temp data, creating temp data equals data, temp next equals null, last dot next equals temp, and last equals temp. Okay, so If you don't quite understand it, just look over it a few times and you should get it. But I know it seems a bit complicated at first. But now, to remove a function, a node, we simply do this. Okay, so if is empty, yeah, we can just see out it's empty. Else, if head equals last, whoops, only need two of those, last, head equals last, delete head, head equals to null, last equals to null. So this is in the case where there's just one element. Okay, and we're deleting it. Okay, so when there's not 0 or 1, else node, node temp equals head, head equals head dash next, delete temp. So in this case, we create a temporary node and set it equal to head, and then we set head equal to head next and delete temp. Okay, so let's try this in the program. Let's try removing okay. Let us try removing the second element. So remove second, comma, third. Okay, we should get Instead of 0, 1, 2, we should get 0, 2. Let's see what happens. Whoops, we got an error here. Okay, my apologies. This can only be used to remove the first element in the list. So, what we can do is we can type, do it again. So, I did it off camera a second ago, but what you can do is remove first, comma, third. Now, if we print first element, 0, 1, 2, now it should just be 1, 2. As you can see, instead of 0, 1, 2, we have 1, 2. Now, if we do it again, remove second, comma, third, print second, should get 1, 2, and then 2. As you can see, we get 1, 2, and then 2. Now if we remove third, and let's try third, print third, should get empty. Okay, yes, we got an empty, we got null, I believe. So, as you can see, you can remove elements from a linked list. Now, let's insert an element into the linked list. We have first, second, and third, 0, 1, 2. Let's insert first, third, and let's insert a new node, 18, data 18. Okay. Hit print first, and see what happens. We should get 18 on the list. Yes, 0, 1, 2, 18. So, this is how you insert and delete data from a linked list. I hope you've learned something from this video. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and please like and comment on the video if you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.